Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Don't steal my intro.
Had to.
Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That's
if
a
you're
good
watching
holiday.
this, we're in Arizona,
Yep.
soaking up the sun.
We're in Arizona, playing pickleball,
Going swimming.
going swimming. Yeah, I like Thanksgiving. But I was telling Lindsay, I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first Thanksgiving going fully dairy-free.
Yeah.
Or since I've gone fully dairy-free. And I'm not going to be that guy that, hey, I'm dairy-free, make everything for me. And it's almost like potluck style, it seems like,
Right.
with your family, where someone brings taters, someone brings rolls, someone brings pie. You know what I mean? And like, it would just be too much.
I don't think so. It's not hard to just swap out for like almond
No,
milk or
we are
something.
not doing that. I don't want to be that.
Plus, it's just, so it's my family, my cousins, my aunt, and my grandparents.
Yes.
So most of it's my immediate family. So if I just told like my siblings to be like, hey, if it's possible, no big deal. But
Or
if you
maybe
can
the night
substitute,
before I just make my own.
you're gonna make your own Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. I'll have deli turkey slices.
I bet you my mom's already thinking about it. She's very thoughtful that
I
way.
know. But I don't want anyone to be like,
Who's this guy?
freaking Jaiden and his allergies, you know?
Well, it's not your fault.
So we'll see. We'll see how that ends up as far as what I can actually eat, but it'll be fine. It'll work out. On today's episode, we have some juicy. We've got fist fighting.
Oh, Fletch likes
Fletcher's
that
like
one.
that. We have betrayals and so much more.
Okay.
It is one you do not want to miss. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We are seeing an uptick in people watching and subscribing.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, but there's someone right now. I know.
Watching.
I know who you are.
Hasn't subscribed.
You're sitting there, you're enjoying it, and you just haven't clicked that button. It's completely free. Nothing happens. You literally click it, but everything happens for us. So if you haven't, subscribe. And thank you to all of our clients with Why We Dream for making this all possible and helping us fund this. So, okay, let's jump right into it. So for Know It All today, I want to do something called blind ranking.
Okay.
And I want to do it with Thanksgiving food. So you don't know what's all on this list.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I like Thanksgiving, but I don't like most of the food. So this should be interesting.
Oh my gosh. Don't hedge.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So there's 10 food items. And I'm just going to give you one, and you have to place it in a number. You don't know what order they're coming in either.
Like a scale of
1
to
through 10, 1 being the best,
Oh, I see.
10 being the worst.
Okay, so they only have one number each, so I can't do like 2 10s.
Nope.
Okay.
So you can't pick the same number. So again, we're going to have you pick from these Thanksgiving foods. You're going to blind rank them from best to worst. And hopefully by the end, it all lines up. Okay, mashed potatoes.
3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is surprising.
Why?
That just seems low.
Oh, wait, is 10 good or 10's bad?
10's bad.
Oh, why? What do you mean 3's low? You think it should be higher?
Maybe.
Okay.
Turkey.
2.
Oh, do you like turkey more than mashed potatoes?
Yes, with some salt and pepper, and it's so good.
Green bean casserole.
4.
Okay. Pumpkin pie.
8.
Oh, hater of the pumpkin pie.
It's good. It's just not my favorite.
Rolls.
Number 1. I was waiting for that one.
I knew you were saving that spot. Okay. Stuffing.
7.
Wow. That's got to be like number 2 for me.
Yeah, I don't love stuffing.
Oh, man. Sweet potato.
9.
Okay, you're keeping that bottom
I don't
spot
know.
open.
I'm trying to think of what you have for Thanksgiving now.
Okay, corn.
What am I missing? 5, 6,
5,
and 10?
6, and 10.
Oh, let's go 5.
Okay. Cranberry sauce.
10. I think that's the one I was waiting for.
Really?
No, I'll never touch the cranberry sauce.
Okay. And then last, mac and cheese at number 6.
Mac and cheese? People don't have that for Thanksgiving.
I looked up most popular Thanksgiving foods, and
I have
this
never
was
had
the
mac and
list.
cheese on Thanksgiving. If I would have known that, that would have been number 2.
Well, it's number 6, so
Maybe
sorry.
number 1 because it's my favorite food.
So here's the order. We ended at number 1 is rolls, which I
expected, but you should have started with mac and cheese.
No.
You did that on purpose.
Number 2 is turkey. Number 3 is mashed potato. That's a good top 3, though.
That's
I
a
think
good
you
top
ended up
3.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Then green bean casserole, which I think is
Good.
pretty on point. Corn at number 5. That seems high.
I like it better than the others besides mac and cheese. I would have put mac and cheese.
Then we have mac and cheese 6.
I would have put that number 2.
Wow. Number 7 is stuffing, which
Yeah.
I think personally is low.
I don't eat the stuffing.
8 is pumpkin pie. 9
Yeah.
sweet potato, and 10 cranberry.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you did pretty good. I was hoping you would not
Mess up.
be so smart with it, but you ended up being okay. So, okay, between us submissions. Click the link in this video if you'd like to submit your own submission. Submit your own submission, and we'll go through it on this podcast. It's really fun, easy. Just go type it in. We made the form as simple as we can. So, okay, first question. Have you ever been in a fist fight?
Do siblings count?
Sure. Let's hear about your sibling fist fight.
Yeah, me and my sister used to literally chase each other and punch the other, and then the other one would chase you back and punch you. And one time, this wasn't, I mean, it kind of ended not really in a fist fight, but yeah, we used to just, I mean, we were physical fighters, I guess, in my family. I punched a lot. But one
what
time,
are you saying right now?
like my
You punch a lot?
when I was a kid, yes. I grew up with 4 older brothers, so you kind of had to be a
Okay.
little bit physical. But one time I remember, it wasn't really a fist fight, but it was violent. I usually showered at night, and I used to say, "Oh, I'm going to go shower," and my sister, my twin sister, would make me so mad, and she would race up the stairs in front of me and take the shower before I was going to get it. It would make me so mad. So one night, I said, I'm going to go take a shower, and she started running, so I thought, well, this time I'm going to get there first. So we're literally like wrestling each other up the stairs. We get to the stairs, I grab her around her waist, fling her out of the way, and she smacks her head on the door jamb. So she's laying there
You
crying.
injured your
I injured,
sister.
yeah, she started crying, so I felt bad. So I said, oh, I'm so sorry, like, you can take the shower, and she just reaches up, hits me in my face. So I said, fine, I'm going to shower then. And I showered, she went and told my mom, and I got in trouble. But yes, that was a regular occurrence at my house.
I think between me and my siblings, I had something similar where my brother would always go and take the Xbox controller and play it. So then that means I couldn't play it, right? And same thing, like I was like, today's the day that I'm playing the Xbox. And so I get home from school and I'm running, same thing, we're going up the stairs and he's pushing me down and he grabs the Xbox controller and he's like, ha, and turns it on to go play. And I was like, no,
Not today.
no more. And I was staying behind the couch and he's sitting there. And I just remember I just punched him on the side of the head as hard as I could. And then I ran and like locked myself in the bathroom.
Siblings, man.
But yeah, as far as fist fights, I mean, I got into some in like elementary school
Yeah.
with like beat up the bully.
I've never. I'm very slow to things.
Sorry, you had a drink.
I'm very, I don't get mad super easily. Like, it takes a lot for me to get upset, and it would take like a ton for me to get upset enough to actually hit somebody.
One story that came to my mind was on my mission.
Oh, yeah.
As missionaries, you bike usually a lot, right? And it was maybe my second or third transfer. And we're biking, and you have to be back to your flat by 9:30 at night. And so we were running a little late, so we're biking as fast as we could to try to get back in time. So I'm going on the side of the road, going. And then I'm like, dang, this car is getting real close to me. And they were kind of going the same speed as me. Like, we were going down a hill, so we were going fast, but they were just going right next to it. And I'm like, wow, they're getting close. Oh, dang, they're getting really close. And then it literally got to a point where I had to take my hand off my bike handles and put my hand on their window. And I'm hitting it, hey, stop. And I'm like freaking out. I can't see what's going on and why they're doing this. And it got to the point where I'm in the gutter riding with one hand, and I had to like bunny hop onto the sidewalk. But then the car just kept coming. It goes over the curb and then is right on me on the sidewalk. So I hit my brakes on my bike, and the car just keeps going. I was like, whoa, that was so scary. And my companion, I could tell, was like really scared. But then their car stops, and I'm like, are these guys trying to like hurt us? You know, maybe they don't like missionaries or something. And all of a sudden their car stops. It's kind of on the side of the road. And all of a sudden the door opens on the driver's side, and a guy goes flying out of it and backwards and hits his head on the ground. So I'm like, what the crap?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of slowly going up towards them. The passenger gets out of the car, walks around, grabs the driver, and just starts punching him in the face on the ground. And I'm like, what the heck?
So they're probably fighting while he's driving. That's why he's driving so crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I came to find out, is that they didn't even know I was there because they were fighting each other inside the car. So I see the guy just punching. I'm like, holy. So I drop my bike, take my helmet off, and I'm like, you wear a shirt and tie. And I just start running at the guy. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And I like grab him and like throw him off the other guy. And the guy's bleeding from hitting his head on the ground. And I like go and I pick him up. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like just kind of grumbling and stuff. And all of a sudden, I start getting punched in the back of my head. Like, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, whoa, stop. And I turn around, and the guy's just, swinging at me. And I like was like, get away from me, and pushed him. And I realized he was drunk because he just started like stumbling super hard and just ate it. Boom, in the curb. I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, call to my companion. I'm like, call 911, or it's 111 in New Zealand. I'm like, call 111. And he's like, okay. He starts calling them. And then the one guy that was punching the driver says, Dad, we better get out of here. They're calling the cops. And I was like, what? So the son like gets the dad, gets him in the car. And then the son is like stumbling to go and drive the car. And I'm like, he is so drunk. So I go up, and he's trying to put the key in the ignition, and I'm just holding onto his arm with both of mine and just pulling. I'm like, no, you're too drunk to drive. And he's like, get away from me, and kept swinging at me, trying to hit me. I'm like, no, please, you can't drive right now. And then all of a sudden, the hand of God grabs my shoulder, and I'm like, no, another person. And he's like, move, elder. And I'm like, what? And I turn around, and this dude's like a full foot taller than me, huge Polynesian guy. And he's like, move, elder. And I just get out of the way, and he just grabs the guy out of the car, walks over to the sidewalk, and like sits him down on the sidewalk. And the guy was just like looking at him like, I ain't gonna mess with this guy. And then you hear the sirens go, and the guy's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And he's like, I gotta go, and gets in his car and drives off. So the cops show up. There's a dude on the sidewalk, like pretty much knocked out, and they had to do an investigation. But yeah, that was just a funny.
It's wild.
Yeah, it was so wild. Especially like I'm in a different country.
Yeah.
And even the police were so confused because they know like missionaries, like they're like, wait, what happened? Like they couldn't even like fathom what actually happened. But yeah, kind of funny.
Wild.
Okay, next submission. I'm dealing with a friendship betrayal and it's been tough. Have you guys ever faced a situation where trust was broken, and how did you rebuild that trust within your relationship with a friend?
You go first.
Me? I just told the whole story.
I don't know. Like, a friend has broken my trust?
Yeah, have you ever had someone break your trust?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it was probably back in the day, like in elementary or high school or something.
How did you rebuild that trust?
I don't know. I feel like I'm fairly forgiving.
Yeah.
So I feel like I mean, we might have argued about it for a minute, and then just went on about our business. I don't know. I feel like I haven't really. If there was something, it's not something that was significant enough for me to remember.
Yeah. I mean, I've obviously had friends come and go, and like, I feel like sometimes you just realize that sometimes friends you don't need to be super close with.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know, like,
especially if they break your trust multiple times, like, it's fine that you could still be their friend, but maybe just at a distance.
yeah.
You know, you don't have to like divulge all your secrets. Hi, Fletch. You dancing?
What is happening right now?
Right. Looks right at the camera.
And the dogs are fighting.
Yep. This is great. This is
the
our
reality.
life. Yeah, this is our life,
Yeah.
literally.
All right. What was that?
It's a whole bunch of chaos.
Oh, yeah, we cut it out, but
We're back.
we're back, but we're short on time because of it. So why don't we end with this?
Okay.
Would you ever consider having a guest on your podcast, maybe someone with an older perspective? I love you two so much, and your podcast brightens my life. P.S. You need a nickname like Linsden or JC.
I like JC. Jade-Z. Jade-Z.
Jay-Z?
Jade-Z.
Jade-Z.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
All right, the podcast name has been changed. Just kidding. Have we considered having guests? Funny enough, yes, we've actually been talking about it. We think it would be really fun to have another couple join us on Between Us to give insights as well, because I think that would bring a dynamic that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Plus, then it's real time. We can ask them stuff about their relationship, and I'm sure a lot of it would relate to ours. So, yeah, definitely. So, stay tuned. We will have guests in the future. And I look forward to that.
Yeah, me too. It'll be fun.
Yep. Okay. Settle our debate.
I already know what it is.
Oh, yes, you do.
I think I know. Can I guess before you say it?
Nope. What?
McDonald's.
Yeah, here we go.
I knew it.
Okay, this week's Settle Our Debate is all about going through the drive-thru and who's in charge of checking the bag before you drive off. So, this is not a one-time scenario, Lindsay, where we go through McDonald's.
And it's only...
Hold on. We go through McDonald's, and I always say, make sure to check the bag. Check the bag. Right? Because they always get it wrong. So I grab the bag, pass it to the passenger. Yeah, we're good. We get home, and I'm missing like my nuggets, or it's missing a fry, or something's missing. And recently, we go through and I say, I would like a Big Mac, no cheese. And I said to Lindsay, "Okay, can you just check and make sure that the Big Mac doesn't have any cheese?" Yeah. Get the bag, pass it to her. She opens it. We're good. Drive all the way home. I sit down. I'm so hungry. I open it up. Guess what's on the Big Mac? A slice of cheese, meaning I can't eat it. So the debate is who's in charge. Whose job is it to check the bag and make sure that the food is correct when going through the drive-thru?
Okay, Jaiden.
Now it's your turn.
My turn. I waited very patiently.
This is the defense.
This is the defense. If you've ever been through a drive-thru with Jaiden Ward...
Yeah, they all have. All these listeners.
I hope you never experience it. Because if you don't have your order ready, he like panics and he like I'm like, they have a menu here for a reason. You can sit and look at it. You don't have to have your order ready that second.
We could do another debate if you want to go there.
So anyways, he's already frustrated in the drive-thru. So then when we get to he literally gives me 0.02 seconds to check the bag. And usually I'll catch it, so then we have to go back around. So I'm usually like, Jaiden, just sit here for a second. Let me check the bag. And if it's wrong, then you can tell him. But instead, he gets nervous and drives off. So then I'm checking. I'm like, oh, wait, there's no nuggets in here. So then we have to go back through the drive-thru.
Which is fine, but it's not fine if I find out once we get home.
That doesn't normally happen. It only happens on DoorDash.
Lindsay.
Jaiden.
No.
Yes.
That has happened. You literally went by yourself and got McDonald's.
Okay, but they didn't give me my whole entire meal because they gave us someone else's order, but the line was so long and I was already waiting in that little like parking spot for them to come back out that I was like, I'm just going to eat whatever they gave me because I'm not about to get back in that line and I'm not going to wait for someone else to come back here because I was already there for like 30 minutes.
So you just drove off?
I just drove off with someone else's food. They didn't give me the right drink or anything.
Oh my gosh.
So that wasn't on purpose. I mean, it was on purpose that I brought.
That one was on purpose.
But
out of all these.
But the cheese thing, I've never had a Big Mac, okay? I didn't know that there were 2 patties on a Big Mac. So I lifted the top bun and there was no cheese. So then we get home, there's a whole nother burger on the bottom, and for some reason they only put cheese on the bottom one but not on the top. So how am I supposed to know to check both patties?
Come on, you have to have your A game in
Plus,
the drive-thru.
Jaiden also has to have me wants me to memorize everyone's order so that I know what I'm looking for. But I'm like, he's rushing me, so I'm panicking, trying to figure out who got what and what I'm supposed to even be looking for to begin with.
I go, thank you so much. Pass her the bag, and she's like this. And I go, is it all in there?
Yeah, because you're rushing me.
Cheeseburger. I think so.
Yeah, because you're rushing me. I'm like, just sit here and look at it yourself because you know what you're looking for. John, your mom's husband.
Okay, what about John?
She said he sits there at the drive-thru and goes through the bag in front of him. I think that's just what you should do.
You just go, hold please.
Yes.
We don't trust you because you guys never get it freaking right.
This McDonald's by our house is the absolute worst. They get it wrong 75% of the time.
I'm telling you, nobody sits there.
John does.
No way.
John does.
They sit there and go through the bag.
John does. Ask your mom or ask John. Let's call him up.
All right. So comment, whose job is it when going through the drive-thru to check the bag? And also, if you do, comment if you do check the bag while just sitting there at the pickup window.
And if not, it should be normalized.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm very calm in the drive-thru.
That's not what the debate is here.
Yes, but your attitude makes it worse because then I feel like I have to hurry and then I panic and then it just goes downhill.
Alrighty. I am that way because of what is a consequence of me getting home over and over and over and the food's wrong.
Well, why don't we do this? How about we blame McDonald's and not the person checking the back.
I agree, but
We
you're
pay
the
money for
fail-safe.
the food, and they've been
And
around.
that's my point.
And they've been around for how long now, and they haven't gotten their process down that they can get everyone's order right on the first try.
I don't know. It would be fine if it was one in a blue moon, but
This McDonald's,
literally
McDonald's,
not even kidding, every time.
McDonald's.
Don't bleep that.
They
Taylor,
need
mark
some
that you
help,
need to bleep
okay? They need
that.
help.
Do not put that in there. Gosh, Lindsay.
They get it wrong a lot.
We are not saying the name of the location. Alrighty, let's move on. Jeez, we're getting crazy. This episode is too much. My brain is mushy. Okay, alright. Our producer's giving us time is up. So, comment that. But I already know. I'm right. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was watchable. And we will do better on the next one. Okay. I promise. We'll have our A game. Dogs will be
Here on
quiet.
this couch next
Fletcher
to me.
will be not throwing a fit. And we'll be good. So
That's just our life.
that's our life. And you guys are seeing it. But
Yep.
next time it will be less chaotic. So thank you guys so much for watching.